Yo, we live. Listening to the volume 28 of the Bucket Up podcast. You can find us everywhere from SoundCloud to iTunes, and probably anywhere you can bootleg some podcasts. And as always, it's your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka tell your mom to call whenever she needs me. And I'm here with the homie as always, the kid JB, Jesse Burke. What up?
Living good, man. I was kind of on life support for a little bit until you brought me to life, knowing that ASU made it to almost is on the bubble to making it to the March Madness NCAA tournament.
No, they in the tournament. They're in the tournament.
Nah, we have to beat Syracuse.
No, but that's the tournament.
Eh.
Nah, that's the tournament. Like
I want to be the top 64, my dude.
Yeah, that's not with the whole
whatever.
thing. It's 68. So
hey, man, I'm negative. You're
all
positive.
Right.
But anyway, it's your boy, the kid JB. Could have been right last week. I told you so. You told me so, man. This week you missed it, told me so. But living good, man. Episode 28. Can't believe we've arrived, but we have. Doing good, man. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. You know, I chilled. Went to go see Wrinkle in Time on Friday. Sadly, that shit was trash. Give that shit like half a bucket hat out of 5. It was just, I don't know. It was just real bad. I feel bad because Ava DuVernay is really cool, and she's, black women directors don't really get a lot of chances. So I was really kind of hoping it was good, and then it wasn't. So I was like, fuck, that sucks. But
I mean, I'm fed up when I have a wrinkle in my shirt. I can only imagine.
Wow.
Having a wrinkle in time.
That was the whole movie. It was just
somebody having a wrinkle in their shirt.
That's what it was. Basically the equivalent. I don't know. It was just, you know what I mean? But hopefully it'll end up being good. I heard it was doing numbers. So maybe they'll end up breaking even. Or maybe it just wasn't for me and kids fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Ain't touching Black Panther though. Wakanda forever.
Yeah, Black Panther just went over $1 billion. So
a billion.
Yeah, and it just opened in China, so it's probably about to do. It might end up being like the most like grossing like superhero movie ever. Like it's only behind the Avengers right now. Like it just passed the Dark Knight. So it's fucking out here doing fucking numbers. Everybody who said black people, these black movies don't be selling, fuck y'all. We out here. But yeah, that, and then what did I do on Saturday? I was chilling, went out for one of my coworkers' boyfriend's cousin's birthday. That was a month ago. That was fun. Yeah, I know, a lot of stipulations.
Yeah,
but nah, it was cool. We were chilling. We went out to Yard House. It took us 2 hours to sit down and shit, and then we ate, and it was still good though. It was fire.
Did you get the pretzels and fondue?
Nah, yo, we got the onion ring tower at Yard House is fucking amazing.
Shouts to Yard House for the sponsor.
Yeah, hook me up so I can go in there and get as much beer as I want. Straight up. So, but like, what you doing? What you end up doing this weekend?
I as you know, man, Fat Boy Jesse, I aspire to eat as much as I can. I was gonna hit up Taco Bell Friday, but then a homie told me that he got food poisoning recently from Taco Bell.
Oh, that's not good.
So, not to say I'm not gonna eat Taco Bell again. Obviously, I will. It was just like stuck in my mind for a little bit. So I was like, all right, maybe not tonight. Did McDonald's instead. So smashed a bunch of fast food on Friday night. Remember a couple weekends ago, I ate 10 cheeseburgers. So far I'm at 6 right now. I'm trying to hit at least 8 to 10 again.
On a weekend?
Yeah. Reason being,
cool. You be working out, so.
Yeah, I work out, but more so, I'm trying to get, trying to pull the heartstrings. But last year, almost a year ago, bro, it was the car accident.
Oh shit.
And I lost like 30 pounds because I wasn't eating and I was stressed out and developed a stomach ulcer, yada yada. Yeah. But I'm trying to get that weight back, and yeah, man, I'm eating, lifting, trying to put it back on. But more importantly, this week I'm going to Florida to see my cousin's wedding, where I'm gonna reunite with my family who could not be more judgmental.
I want to say like reunite. How long has it been, man?
Almost 2 years, man.
Okay.
I haven't seen my mom, dad, brother, sister since my sister's wedding. Shouts to the Shores.
Bro, was that 2 years ago? Holy shit.
Pretty much. Year and some change. It was October 2016. So
that's crazy. We known each other longer than 2 years. That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we met in something like that. But anyway, yeah, but I was making jokes like because I was talking to my cousin who's not going to be at the wedding because she's on the other side of the family. But I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to see the family. And, they got these invisible benchmarks that I'll never meet. So no matter if I eat too much, they'll tell me I'm eating too much. And if I'm not eating enough, they'll let me know too. So at this point, it's just kind of
obviously there's a spot where you're supposed to be eating just right.
Yeah, like the Three Bears. But I'm just I don't know because they never tell me. So I'm just rolling the dice. So if they say I'm eating too much, I'm gonna be like, damn, 10 cheeseburgers in a weekend, that was no good.
Probably not though.
I'm trying to be like Big Boy in jail, son. When like Cuba Gooding Jr. was like, damn, how'd you get so big? He's like, all I do was eat. That's all you can do in jail. Eat and lift weights.
That's pretty true. Although,
I'm not in jail.
Yeah, you're not in jail. And also, jail food's pretty trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what this weekend was about, prepping for next weekend. I felt mad accomplished, man. Saturday, I got my suit dry cleaned, and I dropped off my shoes because they were wild dirty from the last wedding I went to. And my man was like, hey, I'm gonna have to wash these and shine them because you fucked them up. Like you did something to them. Right. And I was like, all right, my bad. And I finessed because he's like, yeah, drop them off. They'll be ready by this day. I was like, all right, cool. I'll pay when I come pick them up. And he's like, well, usually we do not this time, And he was like, all right, that's fine. Pay me when you see me. Got him.
So you slid through on that one?
Yeah, I finessed it to be able to pick it up on my payday. So broke boy diaries, baby.
Slide that motherfucker through, fam.
Yeah, dude. Finesse the rest. That's kind of my life motto.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, bro.
But yeah, man, what'd you do yesterday or today? I mean, movie was the highlight.
Yeah, just that going out. I didn't really do shit today. I was chilling, watching Jessica Jones on Netflix, fucking hanging out, eating. I got this fucking cookie butter shit from Trader Joe's. That shit is fire.
Yeah, Trader Joe's is big for cookies and their dough.
Oh, okay. But
I'm serious, dude. Fucking when I was at a family reunion one time, that all they would talk about was just like, have you tried the Trader Joe cookies? The chocolate chip cookies are like famous.
Oh no, I've never had like actual cookies from there.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, yeah, it's just like this cookie butter in the jar shit. And I got these churro bites and you like dip it in the cookie butter. Which is amazing. And Katie got mad. She was like, we on a diet. Why would you bring that in here? Because she ate a shit ton.
Peanut butter is good for you, though, man.
It's not peanut butter, though. It's cookie butter.
Oh, okay. What I found at the gas station? They had a Big League Chew, but in gumball version. And it's like, it kind of defeats the purpose of it because Big League Chew is supposed to resemble like chewing tobacco.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah, I know, right? They promote that shit.
It's like, how you remember the candy cigarettes? That's literally all that is. It's just them trying to get little kids to end up doing tobacco, fam.
And they had the little wrapper. If you like puffed on it, like the little like powdered sugar would just like puff out like a cigarette.
Yeah, bro. That they were literally just trying to get people. Like, why were they making candy cigarettes?
It's funny as shit because we were talking about that. Like, oh, back in my day, like now that we're old enough to like say shit like that, like. The only time I see those fucking old candy cigarettes are in like those throwback candy stores. I have like the old candy with there was the candy gum cigarettes that had like the wrapper and the powdered sugar, and then there was the straight up like it looked like chalk sticks that were supposed to resemble cigarettes. They had those, you know, but you don't see candy like that today, obviously.
No. I mean, you probably if you go to like the dollar store and they have like those trash like a big bag of candy, you might get one of those ones because it's just like fucking candy they made in 1998 that just never expires.
Right.
And they just got it like, yo, if you want this shit, this whole bag for $1, have at it, homie.
When I was as a kid, I had a pack of that gum cigarettes, and like I passed them out on the school bus. So then, like the parents called my parents, asking if I really gave out cigarettes. And my mom's
Oh,
like,
because people were out saying that like after fucking school and shit.
yeah, like Jesse gave us cigarettes, and I was like, that's gum.
Fucking dumb. But like speaking of shit, like back in my day, like you know how like your parents would be like, yo, back in my day, you used to have to like walk uphill and you had to walk uphill to and from school and shit. You know what I mean? Like y'all know about them days of like we used to not have seatbelts in cars and shit. Like what do you think is like the millennial version of that? Like yo, yo, back in my day, I had to fucking flip my phone open and I had to hit a button 3 times just to get to the fucking letter I wanted to text somebody.
Back in my day, we had to endure a MySpace page that had someone's stupid anthem play. So when you logged onto their account, it just had that song playing back and forth.
Yeah. Yo, remember that though? It was like, like, like people would get tight if you go on somebody's page and that shit just auto plays. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
like,
can't mute this. What the fuck?
Like, bro, put it. If I want to hear your song, I want it. Then I'll turn that shit on. But bro, MySpace was wild. Did you have like a top 5 or top 8?
Yeah, Tom was always on. Nah.
Oh,
I remember like top 8 was a big deal, and like people would be like, "Yo, so I noticed you moved me out of your top 8. Like, is it something I said or?"
Like, nah, bro. I went to your page. I'm not in your top 8, so I was like, all right, fan bet.
Yeah, top 8 for top 8. Nah, I mean, I was thinking about that. I mean, did you ever have a pager or beeper?
What do you mean?
Like a fucking
like
pager.
Oh, no, I've never had one. But I remember like my parents and shit did.
Well, it's funny story is I guess it's not funny if you think it from an adult spectrum, but when I was a kid, maybe like 5th grade or 6th grade or some shit, my friend Dino was going his family was like going out east to do some festival or some shit, and I had plans to hang out with him like just a little bit after school, and my parents are cool with that, but they didn't know like how long I was going to stay out with him and with them.
Right.
And his mom was like, "Hey, do you want to call your parents and like, do you want to call your parents and let them know like we're gonna be out late?" And I was like, kid, and I didn't think it'd be a big deal. I was like, "No, it's fine. I'll just show up. I'll come back when I come back,"
Oh.
And so I never called them. I didn't have a cell phone. I had nothing,
Right.
But what it was is I went from a friend's house off the bus to Dino's house. Like they picked me up from that friend's house, and then I went onto that adventure or whatever with Dino's family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from my parents' perspective, they thought I got kidnapped.
They hadn't heard from your ass.
They haven't heard from me, and the last thing they knew was I went to that friend's house off the bus, and they contacted that family, and they're like, "Nah, he got picked up by Dino's family."
Oh shit!
Yeah. So they didn't have a way to get in contact with Dino's family, and like, man, so I come home, and there's cop cars at my house and shit.
Oh shit!
And my parents called and reported I got kidnapped, right?
That's crazy.
So I came home and there's cops, and I'm freaking out thinking someone died or there's some shit going on because I don't know what the fuck's going on,
You like running in the house and shit.
Yeah, so then I go in and I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? And my mom grabs me, like hugs me all like scared. And they thought that because they didn't hear from me, they thought I got kidnapped, long story short. And then I had to explain to them, like, nah, I just went with Dino's family to, and I guess, like, I never called them to communicate that I was going to Dino's family. like house are gonna be staying out late. So to their knowledge, I got off the school bus, went to my friend's house,
And then
and
somebody
then
scooped your ass up.
yeah, and then someone scooped me, and that was the wrap because the family didn't hear from me. And
Man. Wait, so did you have a beeper or something? Is that why you said you remember
no,
beeper?
so because of that night, my mom made me get a pager.
Ah, okay.
And it was so crazy because like I had to talk to a detective like to make sure it wasn't like fake or a setup and shit.
Mhm.
And like I really didn't get nothing happened. I just went to a friend's house, you
That's
know?
so crazy to think about that. Like, there was a point where like fucking parents had no way of contacting their kids. That's like motherfuckers would just let you go to school, and then your parents are just out here hoping your ass come home. Like, what type? That's wild, right?
Right. And that's exactly what happened. And they had no base of communication and the
No,
parents
like,
had
bro, you
no
could just,
yeah.
bro. It was a fucking field day for fucking people trying to kidnap people.
Right.
Anybody trying to kidnap, like fucking murder people, like, because it's like you could go days without hearing from somebody back then. There's no social media. There's no like cell phones, so people aren't in constant contact. Like, it's kind of wild that, like, obviously that people were fine, but it's kind of wild that you kind of just assume motherfuckers was alive and shit.
Yeah, that's why like I feel two types of way when when I see like kids having iPhones and little kids having cell phones. It's like I'm cool with them having like a cell phone because it's a mode of communication to their kids or to their
Right.
parents. I just
Right.
kind of think like 11, 12-year-old don't need cell phones or need to be on social media and stuff like
Right,
that.
right. That's where it's like not great, because then you know what I mean. Like, Google is a wonderful, magical tool, but it's also terrible and evil because you can
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I'm almost 30 years old, and and I'll say with my chest, I'm very immature when it comes to the internet.
And
You know what I'm
bro,
saying? So it's like a 13-year-old does not need to see what I'm
bro,
posting.
right? One, I don't. Yeah, first, there's some wild shit on the internet, Twitter, Facebook, anything. But even just like Google on its own is scary. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a 20-some-year-old man, and I'm still afraid to click on some links out here, bro. Like, I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see some shit. Definitely don't want your kids stumbling upon some wild shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I will say though, growing up with older siblings, I was a little bit more prepared when it came to like mature things, um, than the other kids. Like I remember in first grade, I got in trouble because like we watched like an HBO special that had like it showed like girls' boobs and shit. And like the kids ran home and told their parents, and then like they weren't allowed to hang out with me for a week. And my mom's like, "So what? Like they were safe inside looking at women. Like they weren't like doing bad things. Like you know, like parents have different spectrums. Like you think she's like, so what? Like they're gonna explore the female body eventually. Like what the
That's
fuck?
very true. It's like he's not gonna go non-boobless.
Yeah, you know,
Like, my man gonna catch a titty at some point.
So back, but it's funny. It's back in my day, man. Like the kids today are eating Tide Pods. I remember when we used to have slumber parties. My mom used to crack jokes that we used to eat coffee beans to stay up all night.
Wow,
But it's like at the worst, you can eat a coffee bean and not much is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you could die from a Tide Pod.
bro. I feel like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, fucking. I'm trying to think of like more shit like that. Like back in back in my day, you couldn't just throw a movie up off your PlayStation or your phone. Like, you had to fucking go to a Blockbuster and fucking rent a video. Like, you only get one, and you had to fucking rewind that shit at the end. You know what I mean? Or if it's a DVD, like, you know what I mean? You have to fucking return it. Garbage.
Do you do you remember they had a database to let you know that like, hey, so you returned Jumanji and you didn't rewind?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Oh
You
shit.
didn't rewind it. Like, motherfuckers, they be pissed. Also, like, they were literally keeping checks on that shit. Like, bro, this person has fucking Jurassic Park 3, and they've never returned it.
And
That
then
late
said
fee's
like,
about to be wild, B.
be kind, rewind like on the box.
Right? Because it's like,
yeah.
how to, yeah, kids don't know. You throwing a fucking tape that you just got from Blockbuster, and that shit is at the end, and it spoils the whole movie for you. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
this looks like
put the tape in. They like, yo, they put the tape in, and it's like, I see dead people. He's like, man, fuck. All right, so we know everybody's a fucking ghost in the Sixth Sense. Thanks, man. Fucking dick.
They fucking read Space Jam. It's just like Michael Jordan, like going back to like playing baseball. It's like, all right, so it's about him coming back. All right.
Ruining
That's
all the
funny as
movies.
shit. But like,
right?
yeah, that's funny as shit. That like, you'd be like, wait a minute, Blockbuster, that's your job. Why can't you fucking rewind the movie?
I guess because it's just like it would just take time. That shit was so time consuming. You don't know how long it took to rewind a fucking tape, bro. I feel like that shit took at least 6 years.
Yo, my parents were mad funny about it. They were like, "Don't rewind the tape while you're playing it. It's bad for the tape." And I'm like, "It's the same fucking shit." And then they had those machines that would just rewind the tape. That's all it's used.
Yeah, that's all it did.
Just rewind the tape.
It's like funny, like you think there's like a dude out here who just made the rewind the tape machine. He was like, "This is never like I'm gonna be making rewind tape machines forever. It's never going out of business." You're like DVDs. I was like, how the fuck I'm supposed to rewind a DVD?
Oh man! And then like the Redbox, that shit like went quick. I mean, I still use it from time to time.
No, Redbox is fire still.
I don't know. Sometimes, man, there's one by the Fries that I go to all the time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the movies be so ass. I'm like, man, I can find this anywhere. Like,
no. You only use it for like new release.
I can YouTube this shit.
Right. You don't be going to fucking Redbox to rent Shrek the Third, fam. Like, you can like find that in the $2 bin in Walmart anyway. You know.
My roommate is mad funny. He has like the funniest logic when it comes to Redbox. He's like, I like to get the movies that are gonna go quick, or you got to get the movies before they go because they come and go quick. I was like, you don't have to. You can get the movie that you want to see. Like he'll pick a movie over something that he want to see just because he knows.
Yeah, it's gonna be taken.
Right. So one day there was a movie I wanted to see like really bad, and I mean, he had it, and he's like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna get something else." I was like, "Please, man, get that movie. I'm trying to watch it." Comes back, he's like, "I got Lego Movie, man." I'm like, I hate you, bro.
Like, bro, who cares about the movie you don't want to see? It's random. But I guess, yeah, now you can just like fucking watch that shit on your phone. Like, obviously, you can do it illegally, but even non-illegally, you can just I can just watch anything on my PlayStation. Like, I mean, it might be $6, but like that's still cheaper than going to the movies.
Yeah. Shit. But back in my day, do you remember fucking you could rent a whole system like a Nintendo 64?
Wait, did they?
Yeah, they let you borrow.
Blockbuster?
What's that?
That at Blockbuster?
It was Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. Shouts to Hollywood. I don't know if you had those. But yeah, it came with a little, like, if it was the N64, like a little Nintendo like suitcase, and I don't know, it was probably expensive.
That's crazy.
We only did it once. Probably expensive.
The crazy thing to me is though, like, I get Blockbuster going out of business, obviously, but I don't get why Radio Shack went out of business. Like, motherfucker didn't stop. I get that people buy their shit nor online, and that's like hurting every like brick and mortar store. But like, motherfuckers still buy electronics like in stores. How the fuck did Radio Shack get like going out of business?
I mean, Nick Cannon still owns like 30 of them or some shit.
I don't think he owns the last 30.
But no, I think they did. I think it was a Super Bowl commercial or something. Like, they were just so outdated, man. Like, you would go there, you'd be like, "Hey, do you have an HDMI cord?" They're like, "No, but we have the tool that can change your Nintendo from channel 3 to channel 4."
Right, and it's just like, bro, what? Like, you got to have all the new shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, but it's still like, where are people going? Like, I guess you could order like a car stereo. Like, if you wanted to fucking put some shit in your whip, you can do that online, obviously. But to me, the one thing about online that's just not the same as like the one thing that I think is saving like the fucking walk-in stores is we love as human beings to yell at people when they fuck up. And if you get shit online, you cannot yell at people. You can leave like fucking, comments and reviews and shit and like email people, but that ain't the same as going to a store and yelling at a motherfucker because they fuck some shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just depends on what electronic you're talking about, though. I mean, music specifically, it's easier. I mean, it's hard to like yell at somebody if you're mad about the music selection, but
No, not the selection. Like like if you get a stereo for your car or something, and that shit fucking dies after a week or some shit, you go back like, yo, well, y'all sold me some bullshit.
oh well,
Like, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Okay, well, yeah. So yeah, kids today and shit will not know that because now the cars. I mean, shit. I'm a hypocrite because I use it for my car, but the cars come with the Bluetooth and you could just sync your Spotify or
oh yeah, they just come. But I still like. I was thinking about like my shit is like bass though. Like, I do kind of wish my shit had a little more zest in that bitch, but no, it definitely comes like that. Like kids don't know about fucking having to have a CDE and fucking picking, and you got to commit to that one CD. You know what I mean?
But there was always that kid in high school that carried that wild, like, looked like a Bible worth of CDs. They had like 50 CDs and they throw it in their backpack. Like, oh,
right?
you're gonna listen through all 50 CDs today,
Right,
bro.
right, bro. That shit is wild, b.
I remember the evolution of the iPad or iPod, and it was a big deal about like people counting, like, how many songs you got? How many songs
Oh
you
yeah,
got?
I mean, songs your shit hold like, yo, my shit holds 2,000 songs. What's good? Like, all right, my shit hold 10,000. Like, you never gonna listen to 10,000 songs, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, yo, he's like, how many songs you got now? He's like, 5. 2 of them are the same.
All right, yo, that'd be the worst. You got the like you because the way you had to download shit on LimeWire was like you'd end up with like 2 different versions of the song and shit on your iPod. It'd be terrible,
And then
bro.
especially with, like, rap, it have the DJ drops all the time.
Bro, people used to shame the shit out of people in high school for that. Bro, remember like that one person came to school with an iPod shuffle? You're like, nigga, you don't even know what song coming on next. You can't even pick. You so broke, you can't even pick your next song. B.
Yeah, I never understood the point of this shuffle. It's like life's a gamble. I don't even know what song is gonna.
It's just like, bro, here you can put the music on there, but we ain't gonna. You don't get to decide when that shit happens. B.
Yeah,
That's
that's.
iPod shuffle. It was just,
You should have
like,
known.
fuck.
Apple was a dictator when they made that shit.
Bro, that's just like they made that shit for broke people. They were like, I know you want the songs. You don't have to pay 100 some odd bucks for the fucking bricky ass iPod Classic. You know what I mean? Just like, yo, we'll give you this shit. It don't got a screen. It's just a fucking clip looking thing, and you can put music on it. But I'm tell you right now, you're not gonna know what song's coming next. But you better have all fire songs on that bitch.
What was the dude? That was the dumbest invention. The iPod shuffle.
I mean, it had to pave the way because, like, now I just leave. Like, when you listen to your music, do you have it like you know what song's coming next, or you just shuffle it?
Well, it depends on. I put categories. If I'm at the gym, I can't have the wild R&B song. Come on, like,
Right, exactly. You put on a playlist, but I'm like, I usually put my shit on shuffle. Now, again, it's better if you got the option. Then you just never had the option on that. Like, you'd be like, yo, you in a mood for a song, you just skip until you get to that shit. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, my boys used to talk about, like, they used to play like theme songs, like if they were getting, like, if they're with a check or some shit, and then like some wild song come on, they'd be like, "Oh, my bad, let me change this."
Right? It's like, yo, you can't be playing some wild hood like rap songs.
Dude, what about I know like back in our day, shit, like what was that called? Like the sound systems in cars was mad popular.
Yeah, no, and I feel like they're not as much anymore, but maybe that's just where we are. Like, I'm sure if we go to like fucking like the ATL, motherfuckers are still putting wild knock in their fucking shit.
Yeah, I just remember being like as loud as you can in the neighborhood seemed like meaning you're the best system.
Right. But now you just like, man, my dude's shit is loud. To turn that down.
Yeah, I just think about like, man, like that was like such a priority when someone bought a car. Like, all right, next I gotta get a sound system. It's like now I'm like, nah, I gotta just get some Febreze so it smells good.
But it was kind of funny because people put sound systems in fucking the wildest car. Like, bro, you got a fucking like a Honda Civic Coupe 1993. It's fucking 2008, B. And you fucking putting a sound system in there.
Yeah.
Like, and fucking like 15-inch rims, and it's like, why are you doing this?
I used to work at Best Buy in the sound system department, so I used to just deal with a bunch of people that's all they did was want to get shit like that, and like I just remember being like, I would walk out to their car to see the space and shit. I'm like, all right, man, you're about to have the sound system, but now you're not gonna have a trunk. Like,
yeah, it's like
a trunk is way more convenient.
Exactly. That shit's wild though. Is there anything else that like kind of like the kids on these days don't know about that shit?
I mean, just being on I think social media in school is wild. Like, the whole like stigma and cliches in high school and middle school is because you're bound to the universe of like that's like your universe, you know, because you see everybody 5 days a week. Everything's built on like social statuses, like who plays what sports, who's dating who, shit like that. I think by having the element of social media like intertwined, it kind of now enters all these new characters, you know, memes and like, you know, jokes and viral videos and shit. And it kind of destroys like the cliche version of high school and like middle school, like the stuff you see about movies and stuff. Cause,
it's a different it's just a different dichotomy now.
Yeah, man. Cause I could just only imagine like fucking sweating the girl in high school that you know looked up to, but then if you're able to be on Tinder, you could just be like, nah, I know a girl that goes to a different school.
Right? Yeah, dude. It's just, I mean, which is not a bad thing because it's the dudes who like, if you couldn't find a chick in high school, you know what I mean, or you know what I mean, because it's just like you're kind of restricted to where you are. So I guess now you kind of have you got a wider net, but it also fucks up the one dude in high school would always be like, yeah, man, I got a girl. She just go to a different school. And you're like, yo, like, oh, yo, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I'm never going to, they can do like that person's never going to look for that person at that school. But now it's like, oh, yeah, what's her name? Let me look her up on Facebook.
Yeah, you lying ass. It's like,
oh, yeah, her name, Jessica Facebook.
She uses nicknames. But yeah, I was, but that's true though. Like, in high school, it's like the social statuses, like you're either really popular, you know, you're a jock, you're this, you're that. But you could exist in your own social media world that when you get to school, you don't care that like, oh, the jocks think you're weird or you're not popular to this clique. Cause you could be like, you know, have 50,000 followers in like this video game Facebook group or some shit, you know, like.
I don't know, maybe.
You don't think so?
I think it just ends up being about the same. It just in a different way. You know what I mean? Like it just instead of it being like the jocks are popular, it'd be the jocks who have a lot of people follow them on social media are popular. And so you're still a nerd, but you just don't, you know what I mean? You're not having that, like, obviously it's easy for you to connect with people online that are also nerds, but that don't mean that you're gonna be popular online. You know what I mean?
I think if anything, it gives just the people that feel like they're not significant because they're not top of the chain, the social chain in high school and stuff, has a new outlet because they have social media as a release. Like they could network with other people lower on the social chain.
They can. But they also could get bullied on that bitch. So that's what I'm saying. It's probably like
that's true.
Similar, but like also like, you know what I mean, completely different. But at the end of the day, the dynamic is kind of the same. But like, you know what I mean, there's still other releases. But what's funny, I was thinking too, like as like a kid, like 13, 14, the one thing that the kids nowadays don't have to worry about is like fucking having to go through these like super barbaric ways just to like fucking watch porn when you're 13. Like you gotta go fucking magazines and shit, or fucking like dial-up internet. And you're like on the slow ass fucking family computer, and you're like, you hear somebody coming, you gotta X out of the fucking browser and shit.
Or you download like on LimeWire or like ShareBear or like any of those like, you know, Napster, like those downloadable like sites. Mm-hmm. And you download a porn and it takes like an hour and a half. And you're like, oh man, I don't even need that long. And like, and then you don't want it to save in the library, and then like, obviously not the library or your computer. And fucking yeah, man, like kids today now could just go on Instagram, and like I said, girls are just out here thotting, bro, half naked.
Bro, Fam, before they don't know the struggle of having to Google boobs and then turn off the safe search. They don't know what that is. So
Dude, bro.
like, they can just go on the search on Instagram and scroll long enough until they find some shit. That shit is wild.
That's why I say, dude, like girls are like if 14-year-old JB saw what girls are doing on Instagram now, I'd be on my phone constantly, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure they are, man.
Dude, like that's what I'm saying. Like I only have a phone. I only got a phone and a beeper because my parents thought my ass got kidnapped. Like I probably would have only got a phone when I was able to afford one.
Right.
It
Yeah,
should have been
dude.
different.
No, I feel you. Beepers were wild too, because it just like you get they have like somebody has to call the beeper for it to go off for you to go to a phone to call them back. That shit is wild, B.
There's no games. The coolest thing it did was like you could make it light up. Like that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, there was a point where you can get like a nice song, like a hot beeper song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
That
But yeah, man, it's crazy to think.
that shit was equivalent of Morse code at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I mean, I definitely feel older than I did when I was a kid, obviously. But like, you know, it's funny how we always thought, you know, of our parents being like, "Oh, back in our day," or "You guys don't know," or I do feel that way now with kids coming up. Like,
But they don't know.
yeah, they
don't. They never live in a world where you didn't have unlimited text messages. Like, remember that you had like you had a set amount of text messages, and you like cutting people off. Like, yo, like I'm sorry, we're gonna have to stop. Like, I'm running out of text. I'm running out of minutes, fam.
I'll text you next month.
Yeah, like we gotta wait till the first beat.
That's so funny, dude. Or like, yeah, nah. I mean, shit's changed, man. It's gonna change. I mean, same. I think I wonder what will be the next, you know, evolution of like the kids below us being like, man, back in our day, you know, it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah, everything just keeps moving, but that's crazy. But yeah, I guess we could move on. But yeah, you said you had something. What's going on?
Well, I was just saying, like when I was a kid, back in my day, it was funny to think about how, like, you know, when you're a kid, your parents more so set up your dentist appointments, your doctor appointments, shit like that. And what's funny is like I noticed that like when I was a kid, like my dentists and doctors were all like Jewish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now as an adult, like obviously I don't take care of myself as much as like my parents took care of me, just because. A, healthcare is a bitch, and B, that shit's annoying trying to take off work just to get my body checked out. But no, I was just talking to some people at work about how, like, you know, on the Bucket Up podcast, we always promote that everyone's a little 10% trash. But I also think that we all are a little bit racist in our own regard. But racism obviously is a bad thing. But I think being racist in a very minuscule form is something natural upon all walks of life. And for example, is like when I now still like console my parents about like getting my teeth cleaned or like, you know, my body checked out and stuff like that. My mom will like make sure for me to check out a Jewish doctor, or like look for a doctor that's Jewish, and like he doesn't even have to have any qualities as long as he's Jewish. My mom's like, nah, just come on, do that, you know? And I don't know, like it's funny because it's carried over. Like, not to really say I would go to any other doctor because I have, but all the serious doctors I've ever had, like when I had my shoulder surgery, shouts to Dr. Weisberg.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. Do you see yourself with anything like that? I mean,
I think I think it's like a good distinction to make, that like I've never like been mad that I've gotten, like, if my doctor wasn't like, if my doctor was any other race but black, like I would never be like, oh shit, I don't want that doctor because they're not black. Like I feel like that's more racist than like, but to me, I think it's more like you want certain people to be a certain like race when they're doing something, like not even that you like care or anything like that, but you would prefer it. Like I think I would probably, because I'm a black dude, like when I go to the barbershop, like I prefer a black dude cut my hair because I know that he knows how black hair works and that he knows how to cut it. But if I go to a barber, like if I was looking for a new barber and I just went to a shop, like, and I just saw, like, I don't even care, like you know what I mean, like a white chick for real lacing dudes up with fire ass haircuts, like, then fine, yeah, I'm gonna go hit her up. But it's just like I would probably I just naturally gravitate towards like a black dude cutting my hair because you know what I mean, that's just familiar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that like in a way that's racism, but also it's not. It's just like how like when the Oscars or whatever come on, you're gonna want to root for like the black person or like any sport or something like that. Like just like you know, white people probably love Kevin Love and shit like that, or like you know what I mean, people in Boston, how they go with Larry Bird, and there's nothing wrong with them being like, yo, I'm rooting for the guy that kind of looks like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe racism is not the word as much as like favoritism.
I don't know, yeah. Like, but I've never been like, yo, I want my like I never thought about it doing it for another race.
Well,
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
I'm saying,
It's always like only like black people. Like I've never been like, yo, I need my doctor to be Jewish. I need my like I don't even know accountant to be this or you know something else body to be like. The only thing is like if it's like the culture that invented it is doing is the thing that I'm like trying to do, then I prefer that person doing that be from that culture. So
well,
if I go to a Mexican spot, like I don't want my fucking burrito to be wrapped by a nigga named Blake. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go to the sushi restaurant, I don't want some fucking, you know what I mean? Some white dude back there named Isaac, cutting up the fucking fish. You know what I mean? Like I would prefer to be a Japanese dude. Like I don't want like some some black dude from Jersey at the fucking hibachi restaurant. You know what I mean? Like
but that's what's funny though is like that's what I guess the racism card plays because like who's to say that this guy, the black dude from Jersey, has not been practicing sushi?
That's what I'm saying. That's it. I would be like
20 years.
I'm probably fronting though, because if I went to a hibachi spot and there was a black dude doing the hibachi, I'd be like, "Yo, this is lit, fam." On Snapchat, like, "Yo, my nigga is tossing this up, fam."
Yeah, that'd be so lit. 23.
Right?
Yeah, like a 40-year-old dude from Patterson. He's like, I bet. He's like, I bet. He's got like a sideways Yankee hat
fucking
on.
shit. He got on Timbs and shit. Like, yo, flipping up the shrimp, catching it in the New York Yankee fitted.
Yeah, he's like,
yo, this nigga is ill, fam.
He's like, yo, what's fucked up is I used to go swimming with these fish, and then he's like throwing
Yo, that would be fire. Actually, I'll take it all back, bro. I'd rather see other people doing wild shit. Except for the white dude at the sushi restaurant. That's weird to me.
But I don't know. I think that's what's cool. It's like, I mean, it's just little things like that. Like when I got in the car accident, my mom was talking to me about getting lawyers, and she's like, Jesse, this lawyer, he's got this. He's got 10 years. He's Jewish. I'm like, Ma, that's not just a stat. You can't.
Right. I think that's it. That's the one. It's just black people stuff that I'm racist about. Like it's just haircut. Like if motherfuckers trying to make a soul food dish, if it ain't black, I'm not hopeful. You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean.
Like, yo, like you need to try my mac and cheese. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I do though. Unless they're from the South shit. I'm just like, I don't really know if I do, my guy.
Say so, then you agree with me. Positive racism. If like if you were like, yo, Jesse, let me tell you about some matzo ball soup, my guy. I'm like, all right, man.
Right? Yeah, that's how you should be. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, like, yo, like, don't trust me if I'm coming at you with a matzo ball soup. Man.
Yo, Jesse, what about adding a ninth night of Hanukkah? I'm like, yo, Ty.
Right. I be scared about all that when people are like, yo, my mom's pasta sauce is the best. I'm like, I don't know, bro. You trying to tell me your mom made better pasta sauce than the shit they be cooking in Italy, be?
Yeah, like fuck out here.
The motherfucking shit. I don't know, my guy.
But in respect, I'm not black, but I'd prefer a black person making fried chicken, and that's me being racist,
Well, it's soul food. Like I prefer, like, you know what I mean. If you're gonna make, I'm not like I don't like my mom made soul food. My grandma, makes a fire, like, you know what I mean, sweet potato pie. And like there's other dishes that she makes really good, but like I'm just not gonna be out here like saying that her spaghetti sauce is better than the shit that they make, and you know what I mean, in a fucking Italian eatery. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So what I was getting at is like, for example, if I go to an establishment where there's black people making fried chicken, and I like that spot because they're good at doing it, right? That's I
Mhm.
think positive racism.
Right. I don't think that's. I mean, it just.
But
I
but
don't think it's racism at all. They're just you went to a food spot and they made good food. You know.
no, but specifically because the people making a specific type of food. But hear me out, bro. On the same token, if me and you were at like a Super Bowl party where no one's cooking anything, and
Mm.
someone just assumed like, "Yo, Ty, you probably make good fried chicken."
Yeah, that's way more
That
fucked up.
that is the racism part.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part where
See
just
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
assume. Or
Right.
even if you just said like, I assume that restaurant down there make good fried chicken because all I see is black people working there, and it's like, yeah, that's fucked, fam.
No,
Like
but
I can see you have more faith in it going to it while you're in there, and like you know what I mean. It might like, all right, this might be good. It's black people making it, but you eat it and you be like, all right, this is hitting, or you be like, you know what, this really ain't that good.
I'm saying though, like my incentive to go there is because the black people
not,
make it.
not great, bro.
I'm like, wow, it's very Nah, see,
I don't know.
but
It's like a
that's
double. It's a double-edged sword because it's not really an insult. You know what I mean? That's saying that
yeah.
motherfuckers.
But I'm being racist because I'm like, yo, they're black and they're making the
Yeah,
fried chicken. I definitely want to try it.
it's like how when people are like, "Yo, black dudes got big dicks," and it's just like who's gonna be mad about you saying that? Like black people have big dicks, but it's still just like, yeah, man. But you probably shouldn't assume. But at the
I'm,
same time, nobody's gonna. Who the fuck's gonna complain about that?
yeah, I'm never gonna be in a scenario where that's that's a reference. I'm like, yeah, bro. So
I
anyway,
know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general. Like
yeah.
sometimes, like the stereotypes aren't like fucking wild. Like it just when the stereotypes are disparaging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Jews and the bagels thing, I'm like, yeah, I love bagels. You're not wrong about that.
Right. And then the thing with the chicken thing, I'm just like everybody likes chicken. I don't really get like chicken is like the thing we consume the most in this country. Like
Right? Oh yeah,
I really don't get how that's supposed to be an insult to
yeah.
anybody.
Like only black people eat fried chicken. That's like such a fallacy, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Which also means like other people other than white or black people are making really great fried chicken. Like you know what I mean? So it's just kind of dumb. Like I'm sure Paula Deen makes great fried chicken. She's racist as shit, but she's also white as hell, and I'm sure that fried chicken is hidden, fam.
Yeah, I worked on someone, but yeah, even then, like, yeah, I work and someone's like, "Hey, I made sushi over the weekend." You're like, "Man, I'm not gonna try it."
No, no, nah, man.
I was just kidding.
Should be too niche. Now again, fried chicken is like I'll try somebody's fried chicken because that's basic, and I know that's not like a simple like black thing. What I don't try is like when you go deep into like the repertoire, like you go in the back and you're trying to do some shit that like I know only black people be doing. Like if some white dude named I don't even care what that, but like they're talking about
Chad.
making fucking Chad's trying to tell me how good his ham hocks is, and you know what I mean, like in fucking chitlins and shit, and like black eyed peas and like fucking collard greens. Like I'm not just gonna eat somebody's collard greens, bro. Like I'm
Right.
sorry. Like that's too deep. It's like me being like, yo, like I can't even think of like an Italian equivalent or what's like the like a deep Italian dish that you would never even try to make on your own.
Personally, probably lasagna. I can't make that shit.
Lasagna is pretty hard. My grandma makes a pretty good lasagna though. But like I'm not gonna be out here touting that you need to try my grandma's lasagna though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like even it like a gnocchi, like I don't even know how to make that pasta. If you out here telling me you make your own homemade gnocchi, I'm like, I don't know, bro.
I don't fuck with that shit. It sticks to the roof of my mouth.
Right? Like I don't know, man. But I mean, I guess yeah. If you're deep cutting that shit, I need some proof. I mean, I'm a fat boy, so I'll probably try it anyway. Damn way.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
I
don't
mean,
to be like, I don't know, bro. I just don't have high expectations. You're making your own sushi and you fucking, you know what I mean?
what's funny is you give me shame, or you don't give me shame, but I will say I like KFC better than Popeyes.
Oh, you're all hella wrong.
I know.
I can't trust you on anything then. Bro,
Dude,
I had Popeyes on Friday. I was like, how the fuck do people ever
I
even think that KFC is better? It's so trash.
I eat the Well, I don't eat either most majority of the time, but when I do, I like I like the zesty zinger dog, the chicken sandwich.
Oh man, they got your ass.
They got me, B.
It's fucking wild. Nah, bro, it's Popeyes all day. The chicken fingers get them spicy, fire. The
Speaking
shrimp,
of
fire.
speaking of spices, bro, we finally made it to our favorite debate that we've been trying to cook on for a little bit. Man, I'm all day with the puns. Yeah, favorite hot sauces, bro.
Wait, hot sauce? It was just sauces, bro. Top 5 sauces.
Oh my bad, I thought it was hot sauces.
Nah, B.
Well, what's beside? Oh, you mean like honey mustard and shit?
No, all the sauces, B. That's what I'm saying. Syrup's the sauce. Trying to get wild. Peanut butter's the sauce, but I'm not gonna throw that in there. That's too controversial.
I don't think whoever said that the hummus is a spread. No, okay. They said I think it was the other Jesse Spout or Spock. What's his name? Spock.
Yeah, Spock. Shout out to Spock.
He said that putting jam on a sandwich is acceptable.
Oh, you said hummus on the sandwich, which is like I need to try that more because that's actually not a bad idea.
I could see that with like maybe the peppered turkey or some shit like that on a wrap.
Right. If
That'd
it's
be crazy.
it got to be a flavor hummus though. Like roasted red pepper or jalapeno. Like if you get like I don't even know, like a fucking like a turkey club with jalapeno hummus, probably be fire. Be
Otherwise, it's a wet sandwich.
My God.
My
top 5 sauces were syrup, aka pancake sauce, is in the top 5. This isn't in order.
Okay.
Obviously, hot sauce. I don't know if I want to include sriracha in my hot sauce, but hot sauce in general. Honey mustard's in that bitch. Blue cheese, creamy, and I'm trying to think of one more. How many is that? Is that 4 or 5?
It's 4.
Damn, I gotta look back. What's your 5?
All right, man. So like, I go heavy with mayo when it comes to sandwiches, bro. All types of sandwiches. So I'm gonna say mayo in no specific order. Mayo is up there just because it's like my bottom bitch when it comes to fucking condiment. I'm gonna throw Louisiana hot sauce in there. Reason being is I like to spice up anything I'm eating, so Louisiana hot sauce is up there. Honey mustard had to copy you. The specific best honey mustard I'd have to say shouts to the homies from TTS, C Jones specifically. He can relay. He may agree and or disagree with this answer, but honey mustard from a restaurant in Huntington Station called On Parade. Slapping honey mustard. So that's 3. Dude, I fuck with soy sauce heavy on other foods besides sushi, dude. Try it on chicken, try it on your noodles, obviously. Try it on beef when you're fucking with beef and broccoli. So soy sauce is up there. That's 4. And then my 5th and final one could be a wild card, but I'm going with horseradish.
Whoa. On your top?
Yeah, dude. The reason being for you could throw it on steak, you could throw it on latkes, you can throw it on brisket, you can throw it on pretty much any meat, chicken. So
that's crazy.
That's a wild card though.
Yeah, I found out that my 3rd one was Alfredo sauce.
Ooh, I'm gonna make that tonight.
Yeah, bro. Although I do like red sauce a lot.
Mix them. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Mix them.
Sauce? Yeah, vodka sauce is fire too.
Yeah, dude.
I probably now I'm torn, but somewhere I'm gonna go Alfredo though. Alfredo sauce in my top 5.
I had a friend in elementary school. His name is Alfredo.
Yeah, shout out to them. There was a dude in college whose name is Fredo, who everybody hates. So anti shouts out to him.
Damn. What did he do? He stole too much Alfredo?
Nah, I don't want to go off on homeboy on the pod, but you know how you have the people who just do too much.
Yeah, such as.
Yeah, it's just one of the guys who does too much and then thinks everybody's cool with him, but they're really not.
Like, check this out, bro. Then he does something and it's not funny, and you're that wasn't funny.
Wild shit like butt chugging.
Butt checking.
Butt chugging.
Butt chugging.
Yeah, the dude. infamous for like taking a bottle. I think it was wine or something and trying to butt chuck it. Don't I mean maybe put it in his butt. I don't know. It was a lot of wild shit. Again,
Yeah,
I don't want to eat the dude on the pod, bro. You know
he
what I
would
mean?
he would not be invited to the parties at ASU.
Nah. He's a big Bills fan and shit. I don't want to ether him on the pod. You know
Anyway, next.
what I mean? Yo, I guess we haven't done this in a while, but we used to do shit where we used to get into the chronicles of Black Twitter, and there's a lot of wild shit. I don't know if you saw them going in on those. I feel like every year we get a fucking SpongeBob meme, right?
About once a year, yeah.
Right? It had the one where it was like the caveman SpongeBob, and the thing where like the crab, Mr. Krabs had the shit around him where it was circling like when something happens. And like now they got the fucking Patrick one where you're looking down sinister, and I've seen some wild ones. Like, did you see the one where it was like two of them and one was flipped upside down? And it was like, yo, when y'all 69 in and y'all both about to fart. Yeah, dude, there was some wild ones. But even then, we can't really get into that because that's all picture based. But the one thing I saw that was going on Black Twitter throughout the week was apparently there's this one dude who I guess he must have liked this chick. He must have because he slid into her DMs and then offer her $15,000 to break up with her boyfriend.
Damn.
Right? And so people were like, what the fuck? Like, what type of lame dude does that? And there's a lot of jokes. Like some chick said, if she was like, if a nigga come in my DM and offer me $15,000, my boyfriend gonna have to come back with $15,000 and 1 cent or something, or wish me well. Like,
well,
you know what? Like,
well, hey, I don't get it because technically, if he gives the girl $15,000 and she leaves homeboy,
right?
Then does she keep the money or does the ex-boyfriend keep the money?
No, it's to her, so he's giving her.
But then she comes into, and then you have a new girlfriend, and then you go out to dinner, and you're like, "Hey, can you buy the dinner? You got $15K. I know you got it."
I'm more looking at it like, yo, all you did was offer her $15,000, leave her boyfriend. What if she, like, just take the $15,000 and then doesn't date you? Like, what are you even getting out of that? And then two, I was like, yo, I wish somebody would offer Katie $15,000 to leave me. Cause then she'd take the $15,000 and we can get this fucking wedding cracking, fam. like yo, Alec, you leaving me? Wait till that shit deposit, and then we out here, fam.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Joelle, dude. If someone gave her $15,000, I'm like, yo, you know how much sushi we can get?
All right, fam. I'm somebody saying like, yo, if you're not gonna pay your girl's bills, like I'll do it for you. Like, all right, bro. Like, yo, please come pay my girl's bill. Don't forget the car insurance. Like, fam, if you trying to come out and do some shit,
you give him like you give him like a list of like, you know how when you go to like a Airbnb and they have like a list of like how to use the remote and shit. You give him a list of notes like, by the way, when you ask her what she wants to eat, she's gonna hit you with, I don't care.
Nah, bro, you just like, yo, yeah, you know what? I'm just sad, but I guess you gotta take it. And then we go on the fucking vacation, be with your money and start laughing at your dumb ass. The hell you doing, bro?
They need to fucking investigate. The IRS needs to come for this dude.
Right? I think I saw somebody tweet that too. Somebody was saying like, "Yo, if you don't send your girl $600 a week, you a lame nigga," and somebody else will come through and do it for you. And I just like quote tweeted like, "Please come do that for us."
I can't even send myself 600 a week.
Bro, please, I want you to do it.
Man.
I'll send you the Venmo account right now.
How many thirst traps I can get 15K?
Right, bro. What? Who? Like, I don't know who are these people. That shit is wild, though.
Hey, man, that's gonna be the next internet challenge. It's gonna be an offer up for your girl.
All right, that's fucking crazy. But that's what I mean. Me and Katie had that all the time. I was at the mall and this old lady was like hitting on me. And I was like, I told Katie, like, oh, almost got a sugar mama out here. She's like, shit, you should have done it. Get the money. Like, you only got to do it for a couple years. Be good.
Yeah. What's weird for me is the only people that hit on me are either old people or like middle-aged dudes.
bro.
Sick.
I'm telling you, you get a sugar mama. You know what I mean? You're doing a good deed. Should be happy for a couple years, and then when that life insurance policy hit, you Gucci.
Yeah.
Come up, bro. Yo, fucking all the chicks who were dating Hugh Hefner been doing it for years.
That's why I should be like, yo, Joel, we're gonna take a break for a little bit just because 98-year-old Nancy wants some.
You don't even got to take a break because it's like Nancy's 88. She go to sleep at 4. Like, you know what I mean? She wake up at like 6. You know what I mean? You say you got to go to work. You come as soon as you come home from work, you just tuck her in the bed and you go live your life. You know what I mean?
She's like, our relationship is awesome. You're like,
bro.
yep.
Like maybe you got to dust off some old pussy for like once every month. But I mean, like I said, once that life insurance policy hit, you good.
Sounds about right.
That's the plan right there. That's the goal.
Nationwide is on your side. Just shows like a 30-year-old dude like arm in arm with like an 88-year-old chick.
You're right. Wow, they need a Tinder for that, or they need like some sort of dating app. Do they have that, like sugarmamas.com, sugar mama swipes? You know what I mean?
Sugarmama.com. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Shouts to the LA Clippers for using Bumble as their. You know how
did you do that?
Yeah, every team has a badge to represent some company, and they're using Bumble. So.
Well, no, but you see what happened though? Like what they did. First of all, I know this wasn't on the rundown, but like, was it International Women's Day was this last week, and like there was a bunch of like brands just doing dumb shit. It's like McDonald's flipping over the W, and it's like people are like, "Yo, why don't you just give people like why don't you give women access to health care or like equal rights or equal pay and shit?" And they're just like, "Nah, but like the W means women though."
I thought it was Wu-Tang.
Right, and then fucking KFC did, instead of Colonel Sanders, they did Mrs. Sanders, and it's like, bro, why don't y'all just donate to women, bro? What is this?
They do all this shit like, oh, but hey, look at this.
Look at Mrs. Sanders.
Hey, I know you rather use the money, but hey, we involved you.
Yeah, we use it on marketing. But like that, and then fucking what the Clippers did was, one, they quoted Ayn Rand, which is like, bro, chill. And then 2, they took a quote from Anne Frank and like had her picture right next to the thing for Bumble. And it's like, bro, like, yo, what are y'all doing? And I just saw somebody tweet like before I saw it. It was like, wait, Anne Frank doing what on Bumble? Like, yeah, what's happening?
The last thing Anne Frank will be doing is like, I can see it now. Her Bumble profile is like, have you read my diary?
Oh shit!
Bestseller. Nah, right. Man. I don't know. That shit's crazy though. But shouts to the Clippers for, getting rid of their races a couple years ago. That was cool.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling.
I guess people make mistakes. It just donate to women. Don't be doing these wild gimmicks. That shit is dumb.
Yeah, shouts to McDonald's for making their sign upside down for a day. Cool.
Yeah, like, all right, that's cool. I'm sure women were so empowered by that. Like, yo, Black History Month. Remember, all our employees gonna be wearing do-rags all month for Black History Month. Like, what? That'd be kind of dope, but still, like, yo,
that's the positive racism, bro.
Right? Yo, just fucking donate some shit, bro. It's all
their white employees are like, can I wear the do-rag? Should I not?
It's just like fucking crazy, B. But we're getting to the the favorite part of the week, songs of the week, fam. What you got this week, homie?
Burn. I was feeling some type of way because rest in peace, rest in heaven to what I think one of the greatest rappers of all time, Notorious B.I.G. I was in my Biggie bag all day Friday. I listened to Ready to Die. Nice. All the way through, and then Life After Death, and yeah, man, I was feeling type of way, so I figured to bring it to a little throwback. I'm gonna dig into my Biggie bag for Song of the Week, and we're gonna go with Suicidal Thoughts from Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace, Mr. Christopher Wallace. If you were around today, like I said, I don't think half as many face tat rappers would be out there, but bless up, bless down. Brooklyn.
That's what's up. Yeah, fucking R.I.P. Biggie. My favorite song is "Give Me the Loot." It's just wild. But I mean, I guess if I'm gonna go new shit, there's a lot. Was it no? Logic's new album dropped. Bobby Tarantino 2. I guess it's more of a mixtape. It's funny because Logic gets a lot of hate on like Twitter because people. I mean, some of the criticism people make of him are like right. Like people get mad at a lot that he raps a lot about himself being black and white and like how like the struggle that he had with it, and there's nothing wrong with him rapping about it. It's just that he does it like a lot, and so people are like, "All right, bro, we get it. You're black and you white. Like, you don't need to make 50 million songs about it, bro." You know what I mean?
I didn't know he was black and white.
Yeah, no, he's mixed, so that's crazy. You obviously have never listened to any song because he would tell you 2 minutes into the song. But that's the thing. I still fuck with Logic, and that's the one criticism that they have. And then the second criticism is that they say that he doesn't have his own flow. They think that he takes his flow from other people. And I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of people that do that. Like there's not a ton of people with original flows. So I don't really get that, but you know what I mean? In some ways I get it. Whatever. People don't fuck with him, they don't fuck with him. But I fuck with him. He dropped Bobby Tarantino 2. To me, it got some bangers on there for sure. He also had a Rick and Morty skit on that bitch. If you fuck with Rick and Morty, definitely check that out. One of the best songs on there is Contra. So shout out to Logic.
Well, yeah, you just learned me something. I didn't know that. So, but yeah, man, we arrived to episode 28, burn of the Bucket Up podcast. The shirts are lit. Shouts to you making the newest one. I don't even know the link, so we'll post it up on.
Yeah, I'll post it up. But it's like it's a Bucket Up podcast. Just like you go to the bodega, you get a bag. I got the thank yous on there, but it's like Bucket Up podcast. That shirt's gonna be out there. We got the link. Obviously, if you fuck with us heavy, leave a review on iTunes. Leave a comment on SoundCloud. We're also on Google Play, so leave a review there. Give us 5 stars. If you want to leave a shitty review, fuck you. Don't do it. That'd be wild too. If you got to the end of this podcast, heard me say this shit, and then still went to leave a bad review, like what the fuck, bro? I thought we was cool. But yeah, bro.
They committed.
But yo, tell everybody you know about us. Tell the homies. Tell your baby moms. Tell your kids. I mean, maybe not. It's probably isn't safe for kids, but still, just tell people, bro. And thanks for listening. Shout out to all the day ones. Shout out to Trav, Aubrey, Baby Tegan. Shout out to Spock. Shout out to Katie for wilding out on the pod sometimes. Shout out to Joelle. I know she be peeping. Shout out to the homie Kurt Rogers, because I know he'd be listening.
Shout out to Goody Man, Kaiser, Wiser. Shout out to Mandatory.
Make sure you check out Goody Man's music. Make sure you check out Kaiser Weiser's album. Dude's definitely showing us love on all the social media, so that's what's up. But yeah, thanks for joining us. We out, fam.
Shit, we out.